client came to us asking for more leads. Immediately after a couple of minutes, I knew that wasn't the main problem. And this is where most local businesses get stuck. They're trying to grow something that's already leaking. And so in this video, I'm going to go over 3 simple filters that's going to help you make a decision whether to update or rebuild a website. Hey, my name is Paul Kim, and in this channel, I talk about getting clients with high level, but most importantly, you want to get clarity before you implement AI or automations. All right, so in today's video, I want to talk about this client, a recent client of ours. They came to us asking for to help them rank locally, right? And so most people assume that more traffic, they're going to get more traffic with that helping them rank, and that's going to equate to growth, right? So they had 3 locations. 2 of the locations were already ranking pretty well, okay? And so they already have traffic, and they wanted more traffic. That's what his assumption is. And the other location, one of the locations wasn't ranking at all, so he wanted help with that. Now, what I saw immediately after I started working on his account, on ranking, and is that his website was built on an old interface for WordPress. Now, I'm not going to go into a full discussion about WordPress, and that it was hard to update. Okay, and then a couple of other factors into this is that that his forms on his website were not either working or not optimized because I submitted my information, which I pretended I was somebody else, and I submitted it requesting more information. I never got a call back, of course. And also, the other thing is there's no web chat widget as well, right? The client didn't think that it's not that important because they rely on phone calls. And so I'm going to talk about that as well toward the end of the video. And I'll tell you why I'm going to break that myth or that assumption. And there's no backup system. And I'm going to talk about that as well for the end of the video as well. After I talk about the decision factor of the main topic of this video, okay? The real issue was not that he is ranking. I mean, we'll definitely help him with ranking as well, but the real issue was that he was not capturing the demand that he already had, all right? So let's go into it a little bit further. So in this channel, I talk about clarity before we implement anything, right? At the end of the day. And this is where the clarity comes in, right? Because before we even fix the website, you need to ask this one question, the simple question. Is this site helping me to capture opportunities, or is it missing opportunities? Most people assume that a website is like a brochure, right? But a website is a capture system. And if it isn't supporting that system, then design doesn't really matter at the end of the day. Let me help you go through the decision filter, right? So that you can make a decision as to which way to go. Because either way, in order to execute the system, you need to do certain things on the website, okay? I'm going to talk about the 3 decision filters to go through. Filter number 1, okay? Can you or the client easily update the website? Because at the end of the day, somebody has to work on it, right? Either the agency or the client, or he has to hire somebody. And so when I saw this website, WordPress, everything was hard-coded into HTML. I know HTML on a basic level, right? I could probably go in there and put codes in it that I can, put my code for my forms or things like that. But it was just not doable. Like I literally spent, I think, 30 minutes to an hour trying to figure out how to update the footer, the header, and I said, okay, this is not, it's hard, it was hard coded into the HTML. And I said, okay, I can't do this. And it's going to be costly because I'm now have to, you know, delegate it to my HTML coder. And so that's filter number one. Okay. So basically, this is yes to moving it over to my platform, which of course I use high level. Decision filter number two, can it capture leads easily? And so in this case, even the forms were hard coded. And I don't even know if there was a system to deliver, if it did capture, can it deliver to the client? I'm sure there was, but just trying to figure that out was time that I needed to spend. And so that filter told me, okay, I needed to update the website, right? Fully. Decision number three, can this website stand alone on its own to support a system? And so the system that we're implementing, and I want to refer back to my local LOCLAL framework. If you have not watched that video, I'm going to put the link on top as well. Um, that local visibility, right? So L means local visibility. O is opt-in, right? And we talked about the form, and then C is conversation. So can this support the system of automating some of the communication and capturing it as well, right? And so that's the system. So can it support it? And I had no way to even put the web chat widget code onto the platform. I'm sure I could figure it out, but that would take me a long time, and then I have to get my developer involved. And so those the filters basically told me that no, it's much better. I really didn't want to go back to the client and say, hey, look, I have to charge you more to you know get to update your website and move it over to our platform. But that was something that is necessary for us to move forward. And so he agreed to it. And so that's what happened. All right. So once we got the authorization, we went ahead and we built a very simple website. We built a simple capture forms, a simple web chat widget, and that's all. And so all of this was built on a system, high level, right, as the backup infrastructure. And if you want to try out the 30-day version of the platform, I'll put the link below. And if you sign up under me, I will personally help you get your first client. All right, so let me show you what I mean. All right, so in the screen, I'm showing you is um, so as a result of us implementing the web form and the web chat, he was able to get 49 additional leads, right, in a span of 20 days. And if you look at the screen, the start, as you can see on the bottom, there's April 2nd was when this snapshot was taken as of this recording. And then if you look at the date when we implemented it, that is approximately 20 days. And so these are 49 additional leads, right? And this wasn't new traffic. It was traffic that was currently coming. Now, if you looked at some of the results of the people, right? Some of them are after hours, so it could be that they've landed on the website and that they may have called, but nobody answered, maybe possibly, and so they submitted a form or they communicated via web chat, right? But the importance is that they got 49 in the span of 20. And so these are people that are actually actively seeking out help with driving schools. I hope this video has helped you with clarifying whether to update your website or to completely revamp it, right? I also put a link below if you want a little bit more clarity on building your high level business, a beginner's roadmap. And go check out my next video where I talk about how I rebuilt this client's website in a couple of hours rather than a couple of weeks. Go check it out.